Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Wired up in the booth, getting ready to watch some good old Bronze Series action. We're Bronze Series Season 23, Week 2. I missed Week 1, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm excited to watch. We got some crazy races happening, some crazy tracks, rocking in the B-Class Road Slayer. Joining me is going to be Squeller. He's just dealing with something officiating-wise down in the bronze chat, so he'll be here soon enough. But how's everyone doing? How's everyone's night going? Kinger, seeing the chat. Appreciate it. You're bummed. Yeah, I saw that you had to sign up for LPP because of work. That sucks, man. I wish we could have you out. Yeah, that's brutal. I've been there though, man. But we always say real life comes first, so. Let's see, who do we got in here so far? Texas is going to be the official tonight, so he will be making sure everything's running smoothly. We got Doobie showing up for his first time in PRA in quite a while. AJ, of course, a fan favorite, coming back for some more action. Phantom, our friend across the pond. Always good to have him out here. Stony Baloney, which is Ratman. Good to see him back. Boogie, another fan favorite. Walleye, the fan favorite of the Bronze Series. Most I want to say everyone's always rooting for this dude. Ramrod showing up again, and Alpha Boss. Squeller, what's going on, brother?
It's going good. Hi, stream. Hello.
Wally. Sorry.
Wally's in. Yeah, just to clarify for stream, unfortunately Butterfield did not sign up. I just took a peek, so I'm going to help him sign up for next week if he wants to race, if it's something he wants to do. But just for clarification, so everybody's like, why are you gigging him?
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Texas is like, what's happening?
Like, what is going on here?
But we're ready. Everybody's locked in, good to go. Did you let the stream know who Stony Baloney is?
I did, yes. Stony Baloney is Ratman. A name change for the people.
So are we going to keep calling him Ratman, or are we going for Baloney? I'd like to call him Baloney, even though he spelled Baloney wrong. That's fine.
You know, I think Baloney's probably a vibe.
Yeah, I'm down.
I don't think he's been around the community enough for it to stay that way, you know, like someone like Dimes, who had been around for quite a while. When he changed, his name's Dimes.
Yeah.
Petrie,
well, I'm assuming you did your welcome and everything. Oh yeah, I gotta pull up my chat.
Leets, how you doing? Walleye for the dub.
Leets.
Like I said, I was going through the list, and when I got to Walleye, I said the fan favorite of the Bronze Series, because
heck yeah,
everyone's always rooting on Wally, or the Fish King, as I like to call him.
The Fish King, and he showed up last 2 weeks ago. We're bi-weekly now. I can't say last week because my muscle memory's. But yeah, he won an oval. So
hey, good shit.
Right? Or did he win the oval, or did he win the?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention.
He won a race. Everybody tell me in chat what he won. I know. Well, Wally definitely took a win because he raced in silver. I think it was the oval. Anyway,
it was knowing Walleye, it was probably the oval.
Yeah. Let me set ready here. There you go.
Race service going on. I don't appreciate the hostility, but you know, here we are.
She gets a freebie. She's running a lot tonight for us.
That's fair. That's fair. But as we get into qualifying, I think we have some exciting news.
We do?
We
go ahead.
We do. So, this past week, it has been announced that Wreckfest 2 will be coming to early access for PC on March 20-something?
20th.
March 20th, there we go. So, we are all very excited at PRA to see what Wreckfest 2 has in store for us. Hopefully, you know, some of the updates that we would have wanted and some really cool cars and tracks to come. But we're going to be diving into that with a full head of steam once it drops. I mean, I know me and Squeller are going to be on it probably all weekend, just learning the game and figuring out what's going on with it.
I'm taking days off work to make sure I'm ready. Like I'm going full send, just so like not only to get a feel for the game, but like just to see how different it is organization-wise for us to get a league going. I'm assuming there's going to be something different than what we're used to here, just so we're ready to rock. Because as you guys have heard me say plenty of times before in Wired, that as soon as that game drops on console, we are going full head of steam, whatever like the rocket equivalent is, sending it.
Yeah, I mean, we want to be the biggest league that Wreckfest 2 has to offer. You know, it's Wreckfest 1, we achieved that. You know, we had a couple seasons where we had like 76, 77 unique drivers show up, and like it was
nuts. Yeah.
It was getting to be insane. So we definitely did it on this game. We want to do it on a new title, and I know you guys are gonna help support us. We're gonna have a bunch of old retirees coming out of the woodworks to come join.
Guaranteed. It's going to be good to see. I love to see this. I can't wait to see all the new faces. I can't wait to see everybody on the track right now be like, I've been here the whole time, and just absolutely run away with everything. So it's going to be fun to see. Before we finish up qualifying, I'm going to run through our points real quick. Keep in mind, this is only week 2. But we got the Fish King himself in first with 39 points.
Fish
He's got a
King!
pole, fast lap, and a win.
Fish King!
And he's got 40 lap lead, so that means that, he ran away with that oval.
There it is. Confirmation.
So good for him. We got AJ in second with 38 points, 1 point behind, so
right
neck
on.
and neck. Good for good second. He led 8 laps, so he didn't have a win last week, but he definitely was up in the top of the pack to earn those points. Then we have a tie for third with 36 points each. We got RC Racer, who did take a win last week, his first ever race. No, not his first ever race, his returning race, but it's been so long since he's been around the block.
It's been
so
since like season 11, I want to say. Maybe he showed up for 12.
A long time. Yeah. So great to see there. And then, we got Alpha in 5th, 34, Ramrod 28, Shotgun 26, Elite Skills, who took LPP this week with 16, and Ratman with 15, who have to change now because Ratman's Mr. Stony Baloney.
Stony
But that's
Baloney.
okay. I'll update my spreadsheet, make me do work. How dare you?
So far with the qualifying times, we got another returning member, Mr. Doobie, on pole so far with a 55.4. AJ and Ramrod not far behind though with 55.6s each.
For sure. Yeah. Always like to see new guys come in and make a statement, and Doobie's certainly doing that here. He runs in the Veteran Series over in WPL, so
shout out to our WPL boys.
He's raced, he's definitely raced against a lot of these guys before. It's not like this is brand new for him. He knows league racing.
I mean, when we were looking at what division to put him in, I went over to the WPL and looked at their point standings and saw that he was in the series with AJ and Ramrod and Boogie, so it seemed fitting to put him over here.
Yep. No, what's the difference? Like, he's just over here, different rule set. He's rocking.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, good to see. So coming up in the last lap, we have 2 doozies of a track. This is probably one of the hardest race weeks, week 2 here. I'm glad that they've gotten it the full 2 weeks of practice. This is the first time that with our biannual schedule, the drivers actually had 2 weeks of practice. Our first week, it was announced they only had a week before the season actually started, so it was fairly normal for them. But I'm definitely looking to see the improvement in the fine tuning from some people. That now it's hard to find time to jam that week sometimes with people in their busy schedules. So now you got 2 weeks, lots of time. Take your time, tune your line, and we'll see what changes after a full 2 weeks of practice really kicks in here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if it weren't for the 2 weeks of practice,
Ramrod. Sorry to interrupt. Whew. Out of nowhere, 55.2 says, "No, thank you, Doobie. That's my pole."
I think I was riding on board with him when he did that. I just didn't even notice.
Nice.
But no, definitely having the 2 weeks in between is a lot of people seem to enjoy it. Some people not so much, but it works out to the point where like if you don't want to grind for 2 weeks, you have a week off. Do what you want to do. Like go hang out, make plans. The the dedicated grinders, like I know I saw Treeless on all the time. Obviously, W is a degenerate who's on all the time. Love you, bud. They're going to be the ones who are really going to benefit from this 2 weeks. I mean, looking at the Rattlesnake leaderboard, which we will when we get over there, it's insane how close a bunch of us gold guys are because we had 2 weeks to throw at the track.
Yeah, and it just happens to be we did a voted season. We've copied this recipe from something people like before in the past. We have 6 weeks of season. The first 2 weeks has a theme. The middle 2 weeks has a theme, and the last 2 weeks have a theme. We have 3 cars. Everybody voted. So this week is like our what do we call it? 4-speed American Muscle style. Everybody, of course, voted for the Road Slayer, so that was picked. It just happens to be the meta car on Rattlesnake.
Well, one of the meta cars.
Yeah, one of them. But not fast enough to be,
fast enough to make
leaderboard top times. Yeah. Congrats on Ramrod for taking that poll.
Yeah, shout out.
So saying that, the fact that there is a cut there that could save you, I think some people were throwing around like half a second or something, I heard, if you take like the fast line that they can't do in the race. And the fact that we're still on the leaderboard, a bunch of us, is not me. I'm done. But you fast guys, is really impressive.
Unless Spider's here, so he can tell me, is your time legit over there, Spider? I want to know. If Spider's is legit, there's 3 of us that are on the board, and another group of like 4 or 5 guys that are 15, 16, 17, 18th. So
right.
We're all right there. There's a couple alt accounts up on the board, so if they weren't there, we would have 5, 6 guys on the board.
So it just really goes to show you that if you're going to pick a week to watch gold, watch it all. Of course, watch it all. But if you're going to pick a week to watch gold, holy crap. Like, you're going to see the fastest world record times being thrown down in a race environment and a car that would be considered meta for the track. So that is definitely one to check out. You don't see that too often. I expected Wreckfest 2 on a personal level to be dropping late this year, not as early as it is. So I was planning to run a season that was no car restriction, just so we could get PRA all over the leaderboards before we retire this game. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to sneak in some off-season events after our final season here, just to be like, hey, let's pick some community tracks. Let's all vote for it. We're going to do a couple off-season events, and we're just going to kill those leaderboards. So,
hey,
pick some fan favorites and run. Yeah. Just so if we need some filler before Wreckfest 2 drops and everybody goes absolutely insane. So,
Spider saying his time up on the Rattlesnake board is not legit. His fastest is a 51.466, which is still ridiculous, by the way. Like, this Rattlesnake is so hard to get that. And then Kinger saying PRA is the fastest group in Wreckfest. Changed my mind. Well, let's take a look at this leaderboard here and name the people that have been in PRA or are currently in PRA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did Nextbox run the Global Series? I think he did. 8.
He did.
Overload did is 9. Colt is 10. W is 11. Spider is 12. And Kempe did is 13. 13 of the 14 people on this leaderboard have ran or are currently in PRA.
So, yeah, point taken. And that is 2 weeks of grinding that track. Without a cut.
Well, this is the Fire Rock leaderboard, not the...
Oh, it's Fire Rock leaderboard. There you go. Even better.
We're at Fire Rock.
I'm not even grinding it actively. Yeah, we're at Fire Rock. I thought you skipped ahead. I wasn't looking at the stream. My bad. But
how do I skip ahead to
I don't know.
Are you okay?
Look, yeah. Yeah, sure. Look, my brain was on Rattlesnake, and that's where I was.
It's because Rattlesnake is a big vibe.
Yeah. So. But regardless of all that, we do have an exciting bronze race ahead. Texas just wrangling everybody in, make sure they're all know what's going on. Of course, we do have a new driver in Mr. Doobie, so he's probably just giving him a quick, this is how we do. RC Racer's running back in. I didn't even notice he was gone.
He wasn't here for qualifying. He made sure
okay.
late.
That's what it is. But he did sign up, so he's good.
Yeah, which is fine. Just means he's starting at the back of the pack, doing it the hard way.
Yeah. He just wants to prove everybody.
Or the fun way.
Yeah. Fun way. How does they look at it?
That's
the W way.
W doesn't do it. W's.
Oh no, Zombie. I said
It was
W.
me.
I said-
It was
I
me
said
and Zombie. It was me and Zombie that did it that season.
You're right.
We wanted to have fun, and then W came in and was like, "I'm gonna grind all the time." Just kidding, love you, bud. Listen, it is what it is, you know. Tate,
Yeah,
I don't know if Bumpskeg's racing silver, but I know he's gonna be in booth for gold.
Yep. I can check the signups for everybody. See if he did click that check mark. I know this season though he said like he is going to be a little more just lax,
Just kind of part-time,
have
yeah.
fun with it. Yeah, he enjoys streaming a lot, and everybody loves having him. Of course.
Oh, he's great in the booth. I love him in the booth. It's my favorite.
Where's Mr. Bumps?
Had a hard time passing Doobie in practice, said Spider. He's got great defense. That's always a strong asset in racing. You know, in a game like Wreckfest, you don't think it is, but I learned from Squeller, the master of defense himself. So,
Oh, thanks,
trust
buddy.
me, I know how.
People
good
don't
it
think
can
of me
be.
like that though. I've been retired for too long. I've lost that title. Until some of them had to race against me in our off-season events, and I still have a little bit of it. But I love Texas bringing out the big old truck, ramming off some of the.
Although I do say
debris.
I miss that old yellow and black Speedy. There's just something about that little thing, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to the OGs who remember that yellow and black Speedy.
Yeah, we used to pace car, but you guys are just too good now. We don't need a pace car. The only reason Texas out in this thing is to clear some tires for our friends here about to race. Yeah. So let's take a pick here. Who you gunning for? Who's your pick for this race?
Ooh, give me Alpha. Give me Alpha Boss.
Alpha, solid pick. Veteran of PRA Bronze Series for sure. Always a strong pick. Can easily steal a win here, and he's a good spot to do it. I'm gonna go with the guy who didn't even qualify. Because he's that confident.
RC Racer.
That's the angle I'm spinning.
I thought about
Let's
it,
go
dog.
RC from the back to the front.
I thought about it, dog, and I almost went with it.
I'll find out. So Texas is pulling off. He's lining up that 2x2. I don't get to booth too often, so I'm going to be greedy.
Take it,
and steal
brother.
this green.
You take it. You can have them all tonight, dog.
So they're going a little slow right now. They're going to get that speed up when Texas gets his camera sorted out and he gets that truck pulled off the track. Which I think he does here. They're steady. We are green, green, green here. Week 2, Fire Rock, race number 1. Diving into the first corner. Really clean. Really clean. No drama.
Ramrod with a good start there was able to get through that corner cleanly and put on a nice little gap for himself.
So important to do on that first corner. The start of this race here is going to be really important to do that. We got AJ and chasing after Mr. Doobie, who's in second. We'll see if that reputation of his defense will pay off here. I know he's very happy in second already, but of course he's going to want to chase down Ramrod.
I will say I see Black Armor Rookie in the chat. Alpha is the only guy I know that drives this car on a regular basis, and that is why I picked him. If there's anyone who knows this Road Slayer, it is Mr. Alpha Boss. This guy is always in this car.
Whoever did their sports betting for PRA here picked Alpha. They got that insider knowledge.
Petrie's going for AJ for race 1. Always a good pick also. But he's taking out some
100%.
signs. Looks like Alpha's going to get the inside on him. Going for a little bit of a
Taking that
slide
outside
job,
line.
maybe. Very clean, very well
Still
done.
definitely there. Hits a bump and Alpha gets around cleanly. Still right there though.
And we're going to ride on board with Alpha for a little bit because he's got a good view of this first and second place battle going on between Doobie and Ramrod.
Yes, for sure. Alpha having to defend AJ, and AJ's going right at him, slowly to 2 down, and then we have Doobie going after Ramrod, and that's kind of how first and second and third and fourth have split up. So we'll see if Doobie wants to take it slow, carry speed with Ramrod, and then maybe go for the end of the track.
But Ramrod into
end of the race. Oh!
Ramrod into the wall on the last corner there. That's going to give Doobie a bit of a run here on this back straight or front straight, whatever you prefer.
What a defense I want to say by Ramrod. He didn't let Doobie get his preferred line going in on that inside. Defended it really well. Doobie, although he's going to dive it in a little bit, so I like to see it.
A little bit of a switcheroo. as we like to call it.
Ramrod's not going to let him go just like that. And right now, Doobie does have the lead. We'll see how much more battling these two do. It gives a chance for Alpha and AJ to catch
Ramrod
up. Yeah,
dives
he
it right back in.
Yeah, and I like that. Doobie gave you a little push to take the pass. You give it back. Doobie did a great job of defending it there, but hey, you know, they're racing each other exactly how they're racing each other. How they're racing each other. Words. You know what I meant.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like Ramrod's a little rattled after that pass, though, as he's lost a little bit of pace. Alpha Boss is kind of caught up to him here, and so is AJ. And we are going to be three wide going into corner one.
Hold your breath.
Alpha dives it in deep. Makes it happen. Alpha up into second. And with that, Ramrod battling AJ for third here. And if they keep battling like this is going to let Alpha maybe put on a bit of a gap and start trying to reel in Doobie.
Yeah, Doobie currently with the lead, or newcomer. He had a very strong qualifying position. He finished in second. He's got a good little gap. We'll see how he handles holding a lead. Right now, he does have the fast lap for the 56 flat.
He does not, you liar.
Oh, no, 55.9. I missed that 55.9.
Come on, Mr. Baloney.
But still, 56 is still a very strong lap. So we'll see if they get some clean air. Some of these other drivers, if they're close to that or not. But other than that, actually, speaking of fast laps, Mr. Stony Baloney is catching up to Mr. Ramrod. So that's going to be an interesting development as this race goes on. And we got a long week this week. We got 20 laps of this beast.
Yeah.
And yeah,
definitely a grueling race, this one. We do have a pretty solid battle going on at the back of the pack here with Boogie, Phantom, and Wally. Three of the fan favorites here for the Bronze Series. Phantom trying to dive it on the inside of Boogie, but Boogie does not let him do it. Pushes right back.
See RC Racers in no man's land right now. My pick for the race. He's split off from that backpack, and he's looking to set some clean laps to hopefully close that gap. Oh, what he's hoping for is somebody to crash so we get a caution. That's what he's really. Oh, speaking of, oh no, I ruined it! Ramrod's around!
Oh, man.
Commentator's curse!
The commentator's curse is real, ladies and gentlemen. For whoever doesn't believe it, proof is in the pudding, baby.
Yeah, time and time again, it comes and rears its ugly head. It looked like he just caught the inside of that cement base for the advertisement post thingy.
Oh yeah,
spun him around.
Yeah, those will get you every time. They're not very forgiving.
So it's interesting to see if he was on his own. He did it to himself. I didn't get a great look at it. That won't be a tally. Tallies in our league, if you're not familiar, you have to be hard racing next to somebody for it to, in your side-by-side type deal, and not just something you do on your own. But if that being said, if he was trying to make a move, he was in the grind, if he got bumped or something like that, that would be a tally. And we need 2 tallies to fully call a caution, to restack him, repack him, and send him green.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, I also didn't catch if it was a single car incident or what happened there, so who knows if there's a tally. But it looks like it might have been a 2-car incident because it looks like Baloney kind of got caught up into it. I know that all 4 of them were kind of in a pack together. And now AJ and Alpha Boss have really pulled away a little bit.
Very true. So there could have been some contact there to slow you down.
Up in the front, Mr. Doobie has the most clean air he can get. He's running very consistent. He's lowered his lap time every single lap so far in this race. And he's now sitting with the fast lap at a 55.650.
Nice. Yeah, definitely comfortable with that lead right now. Yeah. And I'm curious what AJ's plan here is with Alpha. Do you say, nah, first place isn't going to be for me this week, but man, these are some juicy points I could really gain on Walleye right now, who unfortunately for him is in the back of the pack? Or does he try to line up with Alpha, give him we don't have draft here, but the equivalent of a pump draft, and try to catch up to Doobie?
Yeah, there's definitely those are the 2 sides of the coin, really, and it kind of looks like AJ is just content to sitting behind Alpha for a little bit here and trying to reel in Boogie. But as I say that, Alpha makes a big mistake, and I mean AJ's gonna have to bite on this.
Yeah, if AJ's getting in Alpha's head, which he might be here, which what it looks like just by making mistakes that way, then yeah, you're not catching up to that guy at first, and you got to make that move as soon as you can. I also want to update on development. Ramrod has ran the fastest lap of the race now, and he's chasing down Mr. Stony Baloney, aka Ratman.
And it looks like he's going to get it done here on the exit of the long left-hander with the big old sign.
Yeah, no chance there.
And never mind, he hits the sign.
Oh, his car is a magnet tonight for those signs. He's hit 2 out of 3, or is that all of them?
I think that's all of them. That's
all of them. I'm gonna start calling them ramrod signs. It's like Zuri's Rock scenario.
That's right.
Oh, horrible though. That's you hate to see it, but hey, he recovered well again, and now he's chasing down Boogie. Good for him.
I do want to say though, that last lap, Boogie running the fastest lap of the race with a 55.4 and has caught up with RC Racer here. So we're gonna have a good battle. He's diving up.
Oh. What a move!
What?
That was. I heard Freebird in the background as he full sented up that inside, like almost jumping the entire corner. Not a cut, like that was definitely legal. It just sends it. If that went wrong, that's a wreck. That is a full send.
That was
The balls
insane.
on Boogie. I want that clip now. Everybody, send it to me. Oh my God, what a move! Pass of the year so far.
Flip it. That was ridiculous, dude.
I was like,
the cojones on this man. The cojones.
the cojones.
That was ridiculous. Right? Birdman gets it. Pass of the year. Shout out, Mr. Birdman. Good to see you, brother.
He flew over that man almost. That was insane.
That was wicked. that was the coolest thing I've ever seen on this track. Like,
yeah, I didn't even know you could do that, let alone make it stick.
oh,
he's in the
looks
air.
like
If he
Mr.
miscalculates it.
Stony Baloney's
Crazy.
legging out of this race. He's gone. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, it's probably that overheating issue that has plagued him time and time again. Unfortunately, which sucks. And he tries every week to come out here, and I know he practices for it, and to have it die time and again on you like that, it's just heartbreaking.
Yeah, it definitely hurts. I will say,
and I know it's not him being lazy either. He cleaned it out. I talked to him. It's just a problem.
Yeah, it's just kind of a thing. He's on PS5, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of a thing that happens for some people's PS5s. Like mine, I haven't cleaned it since I got it. She's still rocking strong. Like, I mean, I've never had any overheating issues. I mean, like, very rarely does it blue screen me. And, like, I think that's more of this game's issue than anything else.
Yeah, exactly. Which is crazy that this game's not as stable on the PS5, considering. But anyway, yeah. But getting back to the race, Doobie's gonna lead now. He's definitely taking advantage of that clean air.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna need a big mistake to get caught, I think, at this point. I mean, AJ did just run a faster lap than him, so if AJ gets into a groove, there's still plenty of time. I mean, you're looking at 7-8 minutes left of racing time.
Yep. And I did tell everybody this was going to be a long one. We're at 7:30. Of course, we started a little late, but we were only at lap 13 and 20. So, yeah, strap in, ladies and gentlemen. We have a endurance theme tonight for sure. Keep in mind, this is the longest race of the year. The Rattlesnake will be a shorter race. This was intentionally set a little long.
Yeah, which is funny because I had a lot of people asking about that in practice of like, how come the track that has a shorter lap time, the shorter race? I'm like, well, because do you want to die? Like,
yeah. That's pretty much it. It's more volatile. This track is normally a fan favorite. Everybody likes. You'd like to have at least one long race each year, just to really test the nerves of our drivers. Say you got to stick it out. And this, I like everybody figured, myself and the officials that helped me out, that hey, you know, if we're gonna have a long one this year, let's do a car that a lot of people are comfortable in on a track a lot of people don't. So welcome to Fire Rock.
Yeah, for sure. I will say, you know how I mentioned AJ's got to get into a groove to catch him. He did run a 55.446, the fastest lap of the race, the last lap. So he's definitely in a bit of a groove here, and it seems like Doobie's been slipping up a little bit.
Huge wreck between Boogie and Ramrod. I just caught the tail end, but I'm talking like double reset. So I would be very surprised if we don't get a caution here. The only way we don't get a caution if they were both extremely silent and our official was monitoring another part of the race.
Caution
like we're
is
slowing
out.
So it was Boogie and Ramrod, and I missed it. And it was in the same spot where Boogie made that yeehaw pass.
I'm a free
So I wouldn't be
bird,
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he tried it again, or maybe Ramrod tried it after seeing it happen to him, and it didn't go as well. Because I was saying earlier, if that doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
That's what I mean. Like, I saw it and it was really cool, but even as like a gold driver, and previous, and we're both previous Gold Series champions, I would never, ever try something like that.
Never. Way too risky. But we're in bronze, baby. We got Bronze Series action. You guys love watching bronze because it's a little bit a little bit ha, a little bit up, a little bit down, and a lot of aggression. So,
like, maybe a little bit of last minute, like last lap desperation, I might pull it out. But like,
they did that in the middle of an endurance race, like the longest race of the season.
This man. I will say my pick in Mr. Alpha Boss is in what I consider my favorite position if you're not on pole during a restart, which is third. You have the opportunity to follow pole through, or if pole dives it in wide, you just have a free open lane to the inside and maybe sneak away out of the corner in first. So
front four go wide on the first corner, and RC Racer takes first. That's my pole. Here we go. We're green. Dive into the first corner. Ramrod cuts it in way too tight. Cuts Walleye off. Not on purpose, of course. Just happens. Racer on the inside. That's not healthy. We got a lot of
Doobie and AJ
bang.
locked. Alpha Boss on the inside line here. In the long left-hand sweeper, he's going to get alongside Doobie coming down the hill. And my boy Alpha Boss is going to take the lead of the race.
Right in front of him. Parks it in front. But here we go. We got the pack pushing Doobie. Alpha goes wide, a veteran move just to stay out of the bumping and banging to kind of carry speed through. And it looks like he's holding. Let's see what Doobie does. He's got speed. Checks up a little early.
Trying not to cause any contact with Alpha.
Doesn't push AJ wide, but AJ's surprised by it and loses momentum for sure because of it. Oh, Alpha goes wide. Here we go. Doobie back in first, just like that. And Boogie's got to run on Alpha. Woo, we got some action here in the last four.
Doobie takes that first corner so well. I've watched him a couple times through there. Hits it very, very good to keep speed. Alpha Boss going to try and stick it to the outside, but will he have the speed coming back? He gets passed by two guys there in Boogie and Ramrod. Ramrod and Boogie side by side, second and third here. They're kind of pushing each other out of the way. Here comes Alpha trying to dive it on the inside. Oh. Ramrod says, nuh-uh, let's shut that door real fast. With all this battling and bumping and bagging, it's letting Doobie just kind of roll away from the pack again.
Yeah, now we have after all the chaos, we have a Doobie in first with a good gap. Boogie is now in second, and Ramrod is now in third, getting around Alpha and AJ. Big upset there with this restart.
Yeah, it definitely shook up the standings here a little bit. This is going to get interesting. We have crossed lap 18, so we are at no more cautions, green to the end.
It might be a little early to say, but I got a feeling this might be one of my favorite Bronze Series. It's shaping up to be. Just how back and forth everybody is. Everybody has a chance to win here. I'm excited this season.
Yeah, definitely very competitive. I mean, it really seems like you said, anyone can win on any given night. Doobie proving himself early here, showing that he's going to be a contender in this Bronze Series. And honestly, with AJ and Walleye not having the best race, he might even be right up there in points after a couple weeks.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I will say Boogie is in the conversation right now on Mr. Doobie. He's not out of it. And he makes a good run through that. Wow, what a gain. Boogie's right there now.
Yeah, that was a very well done through that corner. He did also run the second fastest lap of the race that previous lap with a 55.461. So he's definitely moving. He's trying to do anything he can to catch Doobie here.
Ramrod is also running hot in that conversation. But this is not over.
No.
Anybody's game.
If I'm Ramrod here, I let Boogie try and take on Doobie.
and then
And
go
hope they
for
make a
the
mistake.
third-party
Yeah.
pass after they get to do it. Yeah.
Third-party victory. That's what my aim would be until about 2 to 3 corners through this first lap here. If they're not close enough, then I try and make a move on
This
Boogie.
first corner is huge. Let's see what happens here. Does Boogie nail it like he did the last time? Yes, but I will say Doobie also did, and so did Ramrod.
Gets a little bit of a bump. Boogie does in that second corner. Disrupts
very
his
true.
car a bit, but is going to have a better run through here. He gets the tires in the grass, is what you want. I think it's all going to come down to this hairpin. Does Doobie hit this hairpin good? He hits it decent, but Boogie also hits it pretty good. Doobie's going to have more speed.
This corner is everything, and Boogie's not in the place to set it in.
Doobie
Looks
very
like it is gonna
strong
be
through that
Doobie.
corner.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't catch the cement barrier. Nice and wide. Keep it clean.
Yeah, Boogie's pushing.
Boogie's
He's into the
sending it,
wall.
pushing it. Yeah, but
It's
he's
going to
got
be
space to do
Doobie
so.
coming home for
Taking
race
first.
win number 1. Boogie in second, Ramrod in third, Alpha Boss in fourth, LJ in fifth, RC Racer in sixth, Fish King in seventh, and Phantom bringing in the rear in eighth.
I love to hear that when our announcer doesn't have time to run through all the names as they cross the line because everybody was that close. Love to see it. What a race. Crazy race. But, yeah, we saw Alpha and AJ on that restart kind of get bit. And we saw Boogie and Ramrod, who were the people who were part of the crash. They caused the caution. End up still, when they raced back to the line, followed in. But, yeah, what a race.
It is what it is sometimes, you know? It's
Yeah.
No, I will say Alpha Boss finished in fourth, which is where he qualified, so he did exactly what his crew chief was telling him to do. So, yeah.
Yep. There we go.
As far as I'm concerned,
She
perfect
said,
race.
You're up too much. You need to finish fourth. Come on. I have invited Mr. Doobie to the stream here. We'll see if he'd like to join us for a quick chat. We are running, of course, a longer night, so we got to keep things trucking along.
Yeah, absolutely. This is only bronze, Birdman. This is only bronze. This is what I mean.
Yeah,
Birdman. I don't
yeah.
know if you've tuned into many streams or not, but people always assume that bronze is, you know, not very fast and not very skilled at the game, whatever, because it's bronze series. If these guys got into a public lobby, they would stomp the public lobbies. Like plain and simple.
100%. Not a contest.
The only time they wouldn't stomp the lobbies is if a silver or gold driver's in there.
Yeah, PRA is the big leagues here for sure. If you're even to contend in bronze, you have pace. A lot of these guys have well over 500 hours, and that's being modest for some of these people. It is insane the pace that you need to have just to compete in bronze nowadays, and that's why I love it to see guys, even if they are used to league racing like Doobie over on the other side of things, just come in and be like, yes, I deserve to be able to compete, and I have the pace to compete in PRA.
I still remember when Treeless joined in his first race. It was Furwood Rally, I think. It was one of the Furwoods. And
Okay.
he started off in gold, which is very, very rare.
Very rare. Extremely rare.
So I'm like, I've never seen this guy. I don't really roll around the public lobbies often. So I've just never seen him. And then he proceeds to take pole when... So I was on demon mode that season. Like, I was flying. I was one of the top guys in gold. He beat Little Zombie, W, me, guys like Unknown, D West, like stacked lobby of drivers. And he comes in his first ever PRA race and takes the pole position. Like,
As one does, casually, you know.
against, at that point, some of the, I mean, W and Zombie are still some of the fastest guys in the game. I don't put myself there anymore just because I don't play as much. But,
Yeah.
you know, he's...
Yeah, it always shifts. Like, if you're going to put the time and effort into getting the rust off and you're actively doing it, sure, yeah, of course you can be right back up there. But, you know, it's all about how much time we're willing to commit. And right now, when you got guys grinding the game as hard as they are, it's hard to even compete.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure. Now, on to my favorite track of the night, Rattlesnake Reverse. This track is a doozy. I mean, if you get landed on at any point, your race is done. Like, you will not run fast anymore. If you hit an inside berm and flip, your race is done. You won't land right anymore. It's just a very tough track to stay consistent on for 15 laps. It's going to be interesting to see how these bronze guys do it. They've seemed more consistent than they ever have, so that's cool.
Yes, for sure.
Hopefully that carries
And
over.
strategically, this week you'll see that on the super long straight, our officials have been instructed to start the race late on the straight, so we don't have drivers gaining a bunch of speed and landing each other, and then your race is ruined the whole, because oops, something happened. Like, we don't want to see that. So
Yeah.
you're gonna see the start happen probably like where Alpha is right now. They won't be flying into that first corner.
Well, I wasn't able to tell from when you were saying it, but sure.
Sorry. Late on the straight. As for the actual race, I mean, good luck. Don't get landed on.
Yeah, it happens. I think it'll be a little bit easier this way than doing it the main, because the main, you come down, we're on with Ramrod right now, you drop down this big hill, and the actual fast way to do it is to brake at the top of the hill before you go over.
Just to gain that momentum downhill.
Yeah, you land in the downhill, so it's a cleaner landing, and you gain more speed from it. What happened, unfortunately, for Unknown when we ran that race was he braked on the first lap, and I didn't, because I didn't want to get landed on. So I landed on him.
It's a lot different in the race versus actually running those hot laps. Sometimes better just keep it pinned and don't die.
Like, my mindset going into it, and even going into this one, is, if there's a car behind me, I'm not checking up. Like, you're gonna die.
No.
I want to be able to run fast laps during the race, not painful laps. But as the guys are starting to get some of their first hot laps in, so far on pole is Mr. Boogie with 52.709.
I'm loving seeing always a different guy who's just, this is my track in bronze right now.
Oh, yeah.
And right now we have Boogie is laying claim right now. AJ always a top contender. He is currently in second, and our newcomer Doobie is in third. So we'll see. Only two guys have broken the 52 barrier. We'll see as they come around, though. Got more laps to run.
Yeah, absolutely. And I find, honestly, it's a lot of this track is in the first corner. If you get the first corner good, you're going to have a pretty decent lap. Like, you can make little mistakes here and there through the rest of the lap, and it'll still be pretty quick. That first corner is so important for your speed going down that back straight.
And a lot of you, or maybe not, whoever's not familiar as much with this game, the best trophy truck in this game is this car. This car can handle this track so well. It doesn't bounce around, it lands smooth, keeps momentum, so it seems a little unorthodox, but they're in the right car to do this race, which is nice. Yeah,
absolutely. Once qualifying is done here, we'll take a peek at the leaderboards, and Raiden's have taken the top times here, but there is a sea of Road Slayers in that leaderboard as well.
Which is saying something, because this car is by no means considered meta anywhere else.
No,
to my knowledge, at least.
No, absolutely not. No. I mean,
just its ability to carry speed through a landing is huge, and there's a lot of jumps. So.
Yeah, and you will see that we try to avoid as much of the jump as we can, pretty much everywhere on this track. So, it's all about keeping momentum, but also staying on the ground as much as you can. AJ, 52.6 on his last lap of the qualifying session. Ramrod, 52.6 on his last lap of the session.
That's twice tonight. Ramrod's like, hello!
I gotta hop on with Boogies. He's coming up this hill. Gets a pretty decent landing. This last corner is so tricky to get right. And he makes a little mistake, so I don't think he's pulling off to the side. And
he's just pulling off.
And retiring. He knows it's not going to be enough. Doobie.
Mr. Doobie.
Coming around. He's
Doobie improves.
all over out.
From 6th.
Where he did not improve. He's still in 6th. So your starting lineup will be Ramrod in first, AJ in second, Boogie in third, Alpha Boss in fourth, RC Racer in fifth, Doobie in sixth, Fish King himself in seventh, and Mr. Phantom Shotgun in eighth. I feel bad for Phantom on this track. Ping and bumpy makes no fun.
Yeah. when you're driving and your car does a little teleport because you're landing and lag, it's not fun. Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Okay.
For sure, being overseas for this race.
So we're looking at the leaderboards here. We have 4 Raidens, a Road Cutter, and
Randomly.
Well, it's Outlier, so he does Outlier stuff.
Yeah, fair.
2 Raidens, a Road Cutter, and 9 Road Slayers. Road Slayer in 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 12th, and myself in 14th.
There you go.
And then if you keep going, it's Road Slayer, Road Slayer, Road Slayer, Road Slayer, Road Slayer, a Raiden, Road Slayer, Road Slayer. Like it's a car for this track, you know. Like
if I start at 14th with yourself, it goes you, then Colt, then W, then Track, then Webberg, and then you skip a couple, then it's Wumbo, then it's Bunk. It's you Unknown, putting some lap times down.
Temps in there,
Texas.
Kirk, Texas,
Ty,
Black Armor,
Rookie. See some classic names in there too.
Soul Pun.
I like seeing Soraxu's Raiden time. He used to run with us.
Just hanging out. Zombie down there in a Super Venom. Zombie, you're in 41st, brother. You're slacking. I shouldn't have said that. He's going to kick me off the board now.
Yeah.
I did it to myself.
Yeah, no, good to see.
It's awesome to see. I mean, it's cool. I'm usually pretty happy if I'm grinding a track for the season to have like a top 40 time normally.
Fair enough.
In a non-meta car.
I scrolled down a little bit to 65th, and that's Mr. Doobie with a 52.0.
52 flat is strong.
Yeah, so maybe he took a little cut for that. I don't know what's up, but anyway, still just scrolling down, taking a look.
Yeah,
man, I recognize so many of these names from PRA or otherwise. I love seeing Schwartzy's
in
on
the
here.
trophy runner, baby.
Trophy runner. Trophy runner.
Had's up here with the Road Slayer. Yeah. Sacro with a hammerhead.
Yeah, classic.
Shout out Sacro if you're in the chat. Love you, bud.
Heck yeah.
I know you like to. He loves to tune in every once in a while.
Okay, well, who wants to watch a race? I want to watch a race.
Who do you got?
Who do I got? You know what looked strong last race? Boogie. I'm gonna go with Boogie. Boogie.
Shout out Wally. I need to go for my Fish King at least once a night.
Heck yeah! I mean, here's the thing. Like I know last race wasn't the hottest for him. He could be up and down sometimes, and he is starting in the back tonight. But like, he'll just pull it out of nowhere and just be like winning. Like
he really is. Like he's insane. Yeah. The amount of times I've seen him, you know, start at the back of a pack, and then all of a sudden, like lap 6 or 7, it's like, oh, he's in 3rd. Like, when did that happen? AJ's gotten faster also. Yeah, AJ's a vet in this game, though. He's been around forever, and is just so quick. He adapts fast. He doesn't practice a lot, and that's why he's in bronze. Like,
yeah. As we're coming around the last corner here, so we should see a late start. Somebody lands on themselves, or land on each other, I should say. Change my car that I'm following so I can see stuff.
I am on board with Walleye here just to see everything happen.
I think we were green. It didn't look like as much as because the uphill, but yeah, he held them super late just so nobody lands on themselves. Give everybody a chance to actually, you know, put a race in here.
It's going to be interesting to see how they navigate this section here, because the fast line is to skip these humps, but sometimes it's more about safety than it is speed.
Oh, Racer. Unfortunately, I can't quite see exactly what happened, but definitely kicked out wide. But good recovery.
Yeah, he did save it. Didn't go over the berm there, so he's still trucking along.
It'll happen with the bumps on this track. Somebody will just hit it weird and they'll shoulder check you, not on purpose. It'll just happen.
I love seeing everyone stay as far away from each other as possible going up that hill at the jump. Like, as far away as possible.
You really need to baby your car for this.
I saw
race.
Ramrod on the full right and AJ on the full left of that jump. Like
The respect is real.
AJ just barely lands on him. I don't know if that's going to affect his car.
Oh, but he runs. Oh, he hit the berm too. I really hope Alpha hit the berm. I hope Alpha's okay. Let me take a look at
He's
some
still trucking.
car life while you guys are watching.
Racer is just having a hard time. He's into the barrier, loses 6 health there. Has to reset.
Oh.
That should be a tally. There was contact with another vehicle.
Hate to see it.
That's the thing with this track. It's sometimes it's less about survival or less about speed and more about survival. Sorry.
For sure. This is gonna be an interesting one. Look at that first corner, everybody diving in.
Doobie with a good pass on AJ there, able to get through the last corner very clean. Looking at some lap times as everyone's rolling through a 52.5 from Boogie,
Running hot.
but gets a bad bounce going up the hill.
Oh,
He resets. He didn't have to reset there. I don't know why he did that.
I kind of see the argument for it because his car was like about to be fully sideways and stopped the track, and if he didn't know what was behind him, he might have been worried about somebody hitting him and
That's
just
fair.
panic reset. But yeah, I don't think he necessarily had.
Sometimes
to
you
there.
just
It was
spam
definitely-
triangle, you know?
Oh, yeah, exactly. He's like, I don't want to get hit, especially with these cars. I don't want my car to get hit. Just reset.
But still doesn't come out too bad. He's in 5th, has a good gap in front, good gap behind, so he's safe from the jumps for now.
For sure.
That's another thing
And
about
yeah,
that.
you gotta.
About that uphill, sorry,
Go ahead.
is sometimes like the landing is so strange. Sometimes I come out of there with like 57, 58 miles per hour speed when I land from that first initial jump. Ramrod around on the first corner.
Ramrod, yeah. That first corner is hard to land, and Boogie as well. That sends it in, goes a little wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. And because it's like an uphill jumps, it's a little unpredictable how you're going to land.
Sometimes I get like 57, 58 miles per hour. Sometimes I get like 54 because why not? So it's sometimes the guy in front of you is going to have a bad landing and you're going to have more speed than him going up the hill. And I mean, it's
No, that's where we're going to see our incidents tonight is on that, for sure. That and the jump that our leaders are about to be hitting, that uphill one.
this is the one that I'm
You're gonna
talking
see
about
people-
is like sometimes you land with just no speed at all for no reason.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Oh, do we? Okay, he saved it.
that's
Yeah, I do notice some of our bronze boys are having trouble with the first corner too, just because it is a slight uphill landing and you got to get that angle right. It's a tricky corner.
and you got to
AJ's
break
going for a move here.
so early.
Oh, okay, AJ. Yeah, that's one way to take the corner. Good save.
Gets
Okay.
a little bump from Alpha Boss too to pick up his momentum to keep him in this battle with Doobie. 10 out
Missed
of
what
10
happened,
stuff.
but Ramrod goes for a reset. I don't know if that's a tally or not. I missed it. A lot of resets on that first corner.
Hey, you know how I said sometimes you look at like lap 6 and 7 and Wally's just doing really good? He's in 4th.
Yeah, he's cooking. And he'll be catching up quicker than you think with this front pack battling, slowing down not to land on each other,
I mean, yeah, it's a
maybe landing on each other.
oh, if someone up there gets landed on, I mean the landings just become so much more difficult to control, and you lose so much speed because your car bottoms out. It's a good time. I recommend.
Looking at our second and first here. Okay, no, AJ did make it clear. We're not going too wide. Boogie and Walleye are going to be really close here on this corner.
AJ goes wide. It's gonna give Alpha Boss a position up into second. He goes.
Walleye, smooth like butter, gets around Boogie. He has that corner like a fish king.
Ah, my fish king.
Oh,
When he hits the oh my God! Somebody else is. That's Alpha Boss flipping.
Oh, Alpha, no.
Did-
If that's not a tally, then I'm quitting and
He
resigning.
did make contact. He flipped over AJ's car. Like his
That's
roof hit
insane.
AJ's roof as he was tumbling over him.
Oh, what a race. Yeah, we'll see. I'd be
Oh,
surprised.
Walleye gets
Oh,
landed on by
You saw
Boogie.
that? Yeah, that's going to be a problem for Walleye.
His landings-
That car is now going to be crazy to drive. Unfortunate.
I know you can't see
Hold it,
it.
Walleye.
I know you can't see it on the stream, but you'll be able to see the sparks kind of jump out as he lands everywhere. It'll likely happen up here when he goes over this jump. Yeah, you see the little.
Handles it. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
That's gonna slow him down. We do have a caution, which is.
But he handles it really well still. Even though it was under caution, he still kind of full sent it in.
It does handle it fine. Like certain areas are a little easier. I find after the big uphill, going towards the final corner. That one I find a little bit more difficult to hang on to when you're flying over it.
So what exactly happens when somebody lands on you? Does the back of your car turn into a little dirt scoop that's like a bad break you don't want to happen when you're landing?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, like your rear end is just bent down, so when you're landing, most of the jumps here, you're landing on your back wheels first. So you're loading that suspension on the back, and it's just digging into the ground.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it affects Walleye. Hopefully he can keep his pace. He was flying.
Yeah, he was doing really, really well.
Oh, we got a Walleye reset.
It's all good. It's all good.
Lap.
Regroup.
Never happened. How many flips are we gonna see tonight?
Too many.
And he's really slowing them up, which I don't blame him. Just okay, guys, let's stop flipping here. Let's do a pace lap.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
Holding them real slow just to make sure that first corner isn't death.
Yeah, no, we
That's
are green. It looks like he's waiting till everyone's kind of in that little dip before the uphill.
Pocket, yeah.
Phantom going really wide, avoiding everyone, but he's going to have a ton of speed.
Speaking of speed, AJ is flying.
Oh my god, Walleye almost died.
Drama.
Walleye almost died. He's good.
Oh man, this is starting to look like a Mad Max race.
It's starting to look like a Bronze Series race. Let's go.
Yeah, the Bronze Series a couple years ago. Oh, Phantom! Okay, we're good.
Phantom is getting abused by RC Racer here. Just
Poor man.
slapped
Bing bong,
around.
bing bong.
Unintentionally, of course. Yeah, Walleye's starting to feel the effects of that rear bumper there.
There's nothing he could do, just unfortunate. And of course, it wasn't on purpose. I forget who landed on it.
It was Boogie.
It happens. Yeah.
Boogie.
It's not like guys are chasing each other's bumpers down just to, ruin the race.
But Walleye's super
happens.
smooth.
But you know what? Walleye doesn't care. You should see that movie just made on a racer. He's like, hello, this is my spot.
Boogie almost landed on Ramrod there, too. Looks like Ramrod did get away from it pretty clean, so good battle up front between AJ and Doobie happening, too. Let's hop on board
New
with
guy
that.
to our league, or new returning versus one of our veterans.
Yeah, I think out of this list of racers, he is the second longest veteran. Walleye would be the first.
Gotcha.
See what's going on in the lap time department. Boogie still with the fast lap with a 52.562. AJ gets a bad landing. And that can just happen on that jump. That jump is cryptic to me, man. Oh, yeah, okay. He's reset.
That's what happened.
That's going to happen.
How many Ramrod resets have we had tonight? I need a tally. Chat. How many Ramrod resets have we had?
We need a counter on stream.
It was 2 from the first race. Yeah. Or maybe 3 because of the crash. I don't know. Yeah, I think 3 the last race.
That man feels like a Petrie. He's got some speed to him, but just the worst luck ever.
Yeah,
shout out Petrie. I know you were here earlier.
Affectionately known as Ramen in our
Ramen
YouTube chat. We're at 3 to go here. 12 out of 15.
AJ gets a smooth landing in the first corner, excuse me. Is going to take the lead for the time being.
Do we taking the jump?
Yeah, they were pretty close to side by side, so it gets a little sketchy.
They both take the jump. Do we go for the over under?
But AJ's going to have speed.
Got preferred position. Do we going wide, really trying to go for an under? It takes it wide, trying to go for speed to set up for the next corner. Smart. I would have been greedy and tried to undercut him, and AJ read that. I would have lost AJ.
The issue with that there is just you're going straight into a jump afterwards, so the outside speed really doesn't matter.
Oh my god, our leaders are side by side in some picturesque scripted run here up into the first corner.
And that is lap 13. That is caution cut off, so we will be green to the end. Doobie goes wide. AJ.
Oh, smooth.
Piece de la resistance right there.
Oh.
That was beautiful.
Oui.
Oui, oui. Oui, oui, mon ami.
Kill finish that one on stream. Anyway. But
Listen,
with
I
that, AJ
already sang
finally
Freebird
able
earlier.
to. Yeah, true. Yeah, we're done. But AJ is taking our lead from Mr. Doobie. Let's see if if Doobie tries to clap back early, maybe waste the last lap, see what he can do. But the more that they fight, Boogie, he's there.
Flipping.
Is that the preferred line or for Alpha? No, I don't
Yeah,
think
of course. Boogie.
Boogie's gonna run.
And he took the fast lap there with a 52.331. Mans is cooking. But Doobie gets the better run through corner one.
You want to be on the inside of the corner.
Oh, absolutely.
No, yeah.
It's a really strange corner. Like, you're almost driving straight through it, but it's like you're not cornering, but you are. It's weird.
You need to go in the air, have your car at the right angle to land at the right angle to then be able to take the corner properly. And you're going to see your silver and bronze guys really just be consistent at that.
Gold.
But it's especially gold. Actually, silver won't be as consistent, but still.
You said silver and bronze.
Silver and bronze.
Yeah.
You know, I'm colorblind.
That's fair.
So, but you're going to see it a little more consistent as we go through the night, but still, it's not easy.
Yeah, you'll definitely see it in silver.
God.
I know Wumbo and Bunk were practicing quite a bit at it, so it will be something that you see pretty good here.
Boogie's learned from last lap. He's doing the inside run.
Well, they make contact. Boogie almost sideways, loses all of his speed. Doobie's on the outside. More contact is made. Boogie is going to lose out that position.
Yeah. And again, it's just how they landed. It's kind of a random moment almost at that point.
Yeah, for sure. AJ, though, out to a good gap. He just needs to keep it clean these last two corners. Doobie into the barrier.
No, just like that on the last lap. You hate to see it. I didn't see any contact from Boogie either. He just kind of lost it.
No, he hit the inside barrier in that little kink turn. I've done that so many times in practice because the fast line is through there. But AJ,
I hate to see it, but congratulations, AJ.
With the Boogie in second, Doobie coming home in third, Ramrod is somewhere in fourth position, Walleye in fifth, RC Racer in sixth, Alpha Boss after the unfortunate flip in seventh, and Phantom rounding out your field in eighth position.
That's bronze finishing at 8:02, so
not
we're
bad,
not too
not
far
bad.
behind.
And you know what? It's only going to get faster from here, hopefully, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We'll see.
They did have a caution on each track, so you know it happens.
Yeah, it happens. But let's get our good friend AJ in here.
Yes,
Chat about that crazy.
sir. AJ gets a dub. Everyone in the chat blowing it up. What's good, AJ?
Is that him joining? I just added him.
No,
I'm not sure
no,
if he's in here. There he's coming.
There
he is.
AJ.
Winner.
What's going on? That was a race. That was a race, man.
That was. That Doobie fella, he's a heck of a blocker. I even told him that.
Yeah, one of the.
Well, we were talking about that on stream on the first race. It was brought up. I think it was Spider in the chat saying he can defend, and you got to taste that.
Yeah.
In full effect.
But hey, you got around him.
That luck of the draw on that freaking first turn.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
it really seemed like you were just a lot more consistent and comfortable in corner one there than he was. Because it seemed like he just kept breaking a little too late and was just jumping a little too far almost every time. So, well done, man.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. It wasn't easy.
No, it didn't look like it, man.
The volatility of what can happen. We did see in that race, Wally got landed on the back and then hit the base bump. Back bumper turned into a dirt scoop that kept slowing him down. He still finished in fifth though, so it was good for him. But yeah, just seeing those last couple of laps between you, Boogie, and Doobie, and I don't know if you saw behind you there, but unfortunately Doobie just clipped the inside of that wall for that hairpin. That's what happened. That's what happened. That's why he disappeared.
Yeah, I knew something happened, and I saw Boogie's hood, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Boogie's my problem now.
He hit the barrier, and when you do, you got like a 50-50 chance of it not shooting your car towards the big old sign, and unfortunately for him, it shot him to the sign.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, but hey, hell of a win. I can't even tell you where points are going to end up after these races. Everybody was just battling like crazy. It is anybody's race going into bronze, and I'm loving it.
I hated that restart on Fire Rock. But
Yeah, that was a little.
Yeah, a little bit.
Man, I was rooting for my boy Alpha, and he got screwed with you. I was like, come on, man.
Yeah. You two just shoveled back. Yeah.
I
I found it funny too that the guys that were in that crash that caused the caution were the two that ended up
It's
getting
second
past
and
you
third,
because
yeah.
we changed the rules a couple seasons ago where before we would shove people that caused the cautions right to the back, and now we've decided that, you know what, just let them cross where they cross, and they had enough of a gap, they just kind of that's where they crossed.
Yeah,
So
Yep.
yeah.
Crossed at the same spot that they crashed in, so sometimes it's how
Yeah.
the cookie crumbles. But
Yeah. And of course we do have instant resets on now, so there are less. It is less punishing to crash.
I know.
Yeah, it still sucks, dude. You don't want to crash.
anyways, brother, we're
but-
gonna sign off the stream. Congrats on your win.
All right. Thank you.
Congrats, man.
Catch y'all guys later.
Catch you later, brother.
Yeah. See you later.
That
That was
was
AJ.
the man, AJ. But as I said, we're gonna sign off the stream here. We're getting ready to hop directly into silver. I'm sure the lobby's already getting set up, so
I'm in it. Let's hop in, buddy.
perfect. I'll be there in a second. But yeah, make sure you don't go far. It's gonna be your favorite Canadian duo back at it again for Silver Series.